Hey man, what it is, what it ain't. It's the voices of the O. You already know. We back for episode 46 of the From the Jump podcast. I'm your host DJ. We're here with a few of my co-hosts and bro hosts. You know how I go to the man on my left.
Big Tony in the building.
Mouthful of water. Man behind the camera.
Stay in the building.
Yes, sir. And the man to my right.
Big Meech, holding down for the dark skin.
Yes, sir. Always holding it down for the team, man.
Mitch, why you gotta make it racial every episode?
Let them know, man.
Tone.
Yes,
Because
sir.
you know how it go.
Yes, sir.
Light skins winning
Right in here at least.
in life.
I'm outnumbered in here, but
That's true.
I guess when Ben Simmons getting $40 million sit on the bench, we winning. So, as y'all know, the NBA playoffs been going on, man. Took a little break last week, but we back in here to take care of business.
We're going to talk about that. If y'all don't know, in more Oklahoma, tornadoes get real wild.
Yes, for
So
sure.
DJ played it safe with the weather, thankfully, because I don't know if that day my mom's house got hit by a tornado.
It was the same night. It didn't get hit by a tornado.
Or by lightning, sorry.
Lightning, struck
that
by
wasn't
lightning.
the same night.
No?
But that night was pretty bad, I remember.
Yeah.
It was flooding and stuff outside.
So that's why we wasn't here for you guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ for making that call, too.
No, I mean, obviously,
I
my
heard
guys
Meech had a
come first.
stomach ache.
Yeah, he wasn't
I
feeling
was
too
sick.
good last
He
week.
had a stomach ache?
not.
That
I
weather,
was sick. I was really sick.
that weather
It
had him
was something. I
sick.
thought it was a flu, but
You had the vid?
no, I've had that before.
Oh.
Yeah. I had corona.
But yeah, man, got to make sure my guys are safe, you know, got to make sure they're with their loved ones and able to, you know, take care of themselves and them at the same time. So, you know, blessed we're all able to make it back and, you know, do another episode, chop it up with the guys. So, we got the semi-conference finals going on right now. We have the Suns, Mavericks, the Heat, the 76ers, Boston, and the Bucks. And then we have Golden State and Memphis. So let's start it off with the Suns Mavericks series going on right now. Currently at 2-2. Didn't see that coming. I'm going to ask the guys around the table, see their thoughts and how everything's progressed so far. So, Big Tony, you want to go first or you want Meech?
Let Meech go.
Meech, Mavericks and the Suns.
Yeah. Man, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
I don't like the Suns because,
Yeah, for sure. Laker guy.
yeah. So it's actually funny to see them kind of unrattled.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because when they were up 2-0, they were talking shit.
Mad shit.
Man, they were. You remember D-Book and Chris Paul smiling at each other in the conference and everything like that. And I just feel like they haven't learned their lesson from last year when they threw a parade when they went to the finals. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
They literally went on a parade in the cars holding the trophy up and stuff like they won a championship. Like they were already celebrating.
Yeah.
And, basketball gods, frown upon that. So,
Ran into the Greek god.
Luka is just too big for all their guards. They keep putting Campaign and Chris Paul and even Booker on Luka, and the dude is too big for them.
Yeah.
And once you got shooters who are feeling confident that they can hit shots, like Dorian Finney-Smith,
Boy.
then I feel like any team they can win the whole thing if they feel like that. Because, if they feel like they can beat the Suns, then they're going to beat them.
Yeah.
Like any other teams will be kind of feel some type of intimidation. I didn't even feel like the Pelicans were even afraid of the Suns.
No.
Like Alvarado and B.I. and all of them, they were really putting it to them. So that was kind of like a telltale sign for me earlier. Okay, they really having some problems with the Pelicans' only problem was they were too young. They were making a lot of
Dumb mistake.
young team mistakes. And the Mavs are coached better, obviously.
Veteran pieces.
They got Luka is technically a veteran in basketball since he been playing since he was
16.
playing pro since he was 16. So, I just think that they don't have an answer for Luka, and that's why they're losing.
No, for sure. Big Tone, what you got?
Obviously, when they went home, Dallas obviously had, everybody's home court advantage is going to be what it is. Now, the last game with the CP3 foul stuff, CP3 do be fouling. We all know that. And they let him go sometimes not, but I felt like they were real aggressive with him on the foul calls this last game. So, obviously, the Suns aren't going to run like they normally would if CP3 is in the whole game. But the fact that they keep doing these mismatches and they're allowing Luka to just kill whoever's guarding him. But even then, Jalen Brunson doing the same thing that the guards guarding him. So it's not like it's like Phoenix at this point can't guard. Now, if they stay away from going into the post, I think Devin Booker's did a decent job on Luka late in the games. But outside of that, it's just like the Suns don't seem like the powerhouse that they had been the last season. You know, for some reason, everybody's like, they ain't as good as they think they are. And then on the other end, they ain't shooting that well. You know, Crowder, he's doing what he's due. But I don't know, man. I just think the Suns going to go back home, win those 2 games. Most likely they'll go back to Dallas, win, and then that's just how they end up. Is it 2-2, 2-1?
2-2.
1-1-1.
Back at Phoenix.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they'll probably just keep winning at home, and then whoever go from there.
I mean, that's the beauty of home court is you technically don't have to win on the road, but anything can happen, you know, in Game 7.
Right.
No, that's a fact. But Luka's the truth, man. But I was watching Undisputed earlier on YouTube, and they're talking about how Luka just cries about foul calls all the time. Like, he wants to be fouled, called a foul every possession. And in the playoffs, as you're seeing with Duncan Robinson, if you can't play defense or you're not tough, you can't play.
Yeah.
And Luka's being who he is, they're either going to adjust to it or they're going to start getting him for it, flop in and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So as it gets on, you know, we're in Game 5 now. The refs are going to tighten up a little bit, and they're just going to let them play. So I think that the series is great, of course, but they got to let the players play and stop letting them get in foul trouble and let that be decided by them.
For sure. Watching that game, if you've seen it, you know, like Tony was saying, whining about the calls, he tried to split DeAndre Ayton and Jay Crowder, hit the ground, got up, bitching at the refs, and then finally got popped for a technical at home. You know, this in the beginning minutes.
I think Jay Crowder did like throw his
Yeah, he
body
did after
down
that.
there.
For
Yeah.
sure.
It
For
was
sure.
weird.
And then really, I mean, the Mavericks just shot the ball at the gym. I mean, if you take away Luka's 1 of 10 from 3, they were 19 for 34.
Yeah,
so
really
so that's over 50% from 3.
But they got tons of shooters. Like, everybody they sub in can shoot, essentially. Like
Maxi Kleber is probably one of the
Underrated.
most improved like, shooters. Like, because last year he was taking those shots, but he was like one of those, he can hit it every now and then. Now that nigga is like a marksman. Like, he is like, and he's feeling good. If you, I feel like anybody, they get those wide open shots, they're gonna start feeling good and they're gonna start going in because you got to shoot it confidently.
Right.
And if they're shooting confidently, then like Dorian Finney-Smith, they feel like they can hit those shots.
Right.
And
Like, I was watching the game, and I'm like, why are they not helping
at all.
with him in the post? But then as I'm watching, you realize everybody's at the arc just ready to shoot. Like, if you double down, we're going to fire this thing. And that's when Dallas has the right mix right now to be successful down the stretch because everybody's going to go small. Steven Adams don't play a lot. A lot of the bigs outside of, Ayton plays, Joel Embiid, but outside of them, everybody's going small. And you're going to have to stretch the floor, make those other guys guard. And if they shoot the ball well, there's no telling what can happen. None of us thought the Mavs would be in this situation.
No.
Right. No.
And Davis Bertans was letting that go.
He be
If you
firing that
seen
thing.
bro,
Yeah.
the first 4 shots, it was just water.
yeah.
Well, he started 4 for 4, right?
Yes.
So he's been
And
kind of disappointing, like for the playoffs thus far. I feel like when he got that bag in Washington, he kind of like his production. He started missing.
Ezekiel Elliott.
He forgot how to
I think
shoot.
we
I feel
started
like.
on him.
But yeah, they got a lot of shooters, and they still got Spencer Dinwiddie, he's not even the third option on the team. Like he's like an X factor because he can literally go off for 20 plus, and that's like a surprise for you.
He don't even start, right?
No, he come off the bench.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because he's capable of scoring 20 plus a game.
Yeah.
He ain't as consistent as he was a couple years ago.
But he's coming off injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
he came off the injuries.
But there was a couple games where he shows spurts of like,
Yeah.
oh, there's Dinwiddie.
Exactly.
And if you think about you have that as your 6th man.
Exactly.
Like, come on, bro.
Exactly.
It's a problem. Because then if Luka go out, another killer comes in,
Yeah.
you're just playing the whole game. You just got to fight.
Yeah. And they're I think they're getting out. I think right now, Monty Williams is the coach of the year. He's a great coach. But I think Jason Kidd is out coaching them
For sure.
for these last couple of games.
And like you said, home court, I'm sure plays a big part in it. But
Yeah, facts.
Dorian Finney-Smith is playing the 4, so that makes Luka, Brunson, Dwight Powell, Reggie Bullock, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah. And Brunson been nice.
Yes.
Like,
Those first 2 games, it
Yeah.
was like people started doubting him, talking about that round
Utah.
1 was a fluke. But these last couple games, like he kind of proven like that he is that dude.
So, man, let's go to the next one on this list. This is, I'm kind of going based off of yesterday's games in order. But Miami, the 76ers. Joel Embiid obviously comes back after the 2-0 start the Miami Heat went on. Comes back, didn't go crazy game 3, but did enough to stop them in the paint where they were forced more so to shoot outside shots. Which I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch Miami like that. So
Y'all niggas watch this series at all?
yes,
I watched
I watched when Joel Embiid came back.
I didn't watch them in.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Because I mean,
ass to
I
me.
knew what was gonna happen. James Harden ain't. Like everybody's been saying, James Harden ain't James Harden no more. The nigga,
He was last game.
but that comes off the help of Joel
What do
Embiid,
you
in
have,
my
like-
opinion. 31.
A weak ass 31.
He had some clutch threes, some setbacks. It looked vintage.
Right.
Yeah, like if you'd have watched it, you'd have thought it's like Houston because he doing the moves he normally do, the step backs, the 2-3 crossovers, get to the lane. Like he was really getting down.
Who was guarding him?
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
He didn't. Back then, even in his when he get going, it don't matter. He ain't a person. In the,
Sit on that shit.
Okay.
Don't disrespect PJ Tucker again, nigga.
oh
You know
god,
PJ Tucker on
we
that
know
team.
PJ know for one thing that's getting
Tucker-
fried.
And then PJ Tucker played with him with the Rockets too, so he know his bag.
Oh,
Come
that's
on, bro.
I like that.
That's one game. I don't think James Harden can keep that bullshit up.
But that's the
I
thing I've
can't
been
stand
talking
that nigga,
about.
bro.
If James Harden plays well and Joel Embiid plays well, there's really nobody in the East that's messing with him.
That's probably
Right.
been James Harden's issue that he's been the best. He's been the number one option.
His whole career.
Yeah, or
Majority of
basically,
it.
basically his whole career.
Yeah.
'Cause he was in Oklahoma
Houston.
City for 2, 3
Getting hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his whole career, he's been the one option, and they haven't been successful. Now that Joel Embiid is the one option, and James Harden is the number 2 guy, almost sometimes 3 because Maxey
Yeah.
having more shot attempts than Harden sometimes.
But it's strange because Maxey shoots it. It's like James Harden really don't be trying to force shots up there like that. And the thing is, he's not even really trying to facilitate like he normally does. He kind of just out there sometimes. It's really
Like
strange.
you forget the nigga on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even got to watch. I just look at the stat line. I'm like, is this nigga playing?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Weird ass numbers like
Yeah.
21, 15. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
is-
like the first 2 games, I think he had 15 shot attempts in each game. Only 15. And if you don't have Joel Embiid, and that's what I'm saying, like,
He should have 15 shot attempts in the first quarter.
thank you. That's what I'm saying. And then, everybody's like, oh, he had 31. But I'm like, you got to understand, Joel Embiid draws so much attention now because, I mean, even this game 2 or game 3, he didn't have an outstanding stat line. I think he had like 18 and 12, Joel Embiid. But that stopping the ball and, you ain't just, Bam Adebayo ain't,
Yeah.
Derek, DeAndre Jordan, ass old. Damn, who else? I don't
See
even
how
know.
they're not playing DeAndre Jordan no more.
I can't believe that nigga was committing to that though. Wasn't Doc Rivers saying we're gonna
Yeah,
keep
we're gonna
playing?
keep starting.
I'm like, bro, he sucks, bro.
That's
He
why
needs to be-
Joel said, "Fuck
And that's
that."
why people criticize Doc because he have a problem of making adjustments. Now he finally made an adjustment. Stop playing DeAndre, and look, they done won 2 games.
Yeah,
I'm not saying DeAndre is a reason why they lost those first 2, but
No, he the reason.
he could. If you would have played Paul Reed, they got Paul Millsap on the bench.
Yeah.
If the only difference is he didn't play, there's only one common denominator in that
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
man.
Which is him. Because my thing is, nowadays, he's not explosive. He can't really jump.
He
What is
doesn't
his
have
purpose?
He doesn't have good hands.
Yeah, he's never had good hands. He's
doesn't
never
have
had
any
post
post
moves.
moves.
Yeah.
The niggas suck.
So you gotta think his prime was legit. CB3 just throwing him lobs and he catching and dunking it and blocking shots.
When he's on the floor, I was telling somebody this. When he's on the floor, you're playing 4-on-5 on offense, and the defense is loading up against you.
Yeah.
Because like the things we just named that he can't do, and he can't even jump that high anymore.
Yeah.
I've seen him getting out rebounded by guard,
Right.
and so you're almost playing at a disadvantage when he's on the floor because so when they sub in Niang, then the offense start flowing because Niang is a threat from 3.
Right.
And he can put it on the floor and do stuff. Like, there's no point. Like, DeAndre, if he's on another if he's making NBA dollars again next year,
I'd be surprised.
he got to be the plug for somebody. Like, he got to be the weed man or something.
Yeah.
There's no reason why he
Good.
should keep getting these NBA
Outside of 7-footer, there's no reason for
Yes,
him.
bro. There's plenty more
Yeah.
big men that can do everything that he's not doing.
Facts.
And Philly, in my opinion, they were known for defense for a little bit, as far as Tobias Harris, Matisse Thybulle, Danny Green, but they didn't let this nigga. Last game, Jimmy Butler had 33. This past game, he had 40. And they only have 4 people in Miami had 4 people in double digits last game.
That
Philly
nigga
had
unstoppable when he get going.
Yeah,
bro.
Philly had 6 people in double figures. James Harden had 31. Joel Embiid had 24. But Maxey gives you 18, Tobias Harris gives you 13, Danny Green gives you 11, Niang gives you 10 off the bench. And, and they still only win by 8. How is Jimmy Butler scoring? How you letting this man get 40? I mean, I guess it's either him or Tyler Hero, and Tyler Hero's the better shooter, but it's like, damn, we don't know Jimmy Butler for shooting threes.
I think it's pretty smart of them letting Jimmy Butler beat him.
Yeah, I mean that's the best thing.
Because if you let Tyler Hero get 25, then Jimmy Butler might have 20 plus.
Right.
Then you got PJ Tucker having 12 points from corner three. Then Bam 15, 20, and then Duncan Robinson hasn't even played.
Nah, he hasn't played
the
yet.
whole
He played 1 minute, I think, or something crazy
Maybe.
like that.
He's getting DNPs, but they got Vincent and they got a couple other dudes.
Struss.
Yeah, Struss, who are taking those minutes up.
Oladipo.
Yeah, Oladipo.
Yeah.
So I say let Jimmy Butler play, just like the Lakers did against him in the finals.
Yeah, wear him out.
Yeah, he was
let him
dog
do his
shit
thing.
tired, boy.
But my thing is, like, you got Kyle Lowry, which was a vet. He should do his thing. How you get 6 points in 30 minutes? You know what I'm saying? Then Alex's favorite player, PJ Tucker, 7 points, 25 minutes. Like, what is the point in that?
The nigga's a bucket.
But then you got Hero and Oladipo in double digits, both of them. Same amount of minutes, same amount of shots, essentially, and they score more points.
I feel like
Like, I don't even know who Struss is. Who is Struss?
He's a 3-point shooter.
What game was it? Was it the game before this one that Danny Green shot some threes or did something?
Yeah, he went like 7.
Yeah, I'm here to
9, or 8 for
disrespect
the
that
team.
nigga.
well,
I
it's
can't
crazy because
hate that
game
nigga, bro.
2, I think he almost went scoreless, and then game 3, he had like 7 of 8 threes.
Something
Wow.
like that.
And
I hate that nigga. Bro.
yeah, Danny Green is very hot and cold like that.
Yeah,
Trust me.
No, he ain't
Inconsistent
hot
bad.
at all.
He
No,
played
in
on
LA,
my-
he was never hot.
Bro, that's my fucking
I know,
point. That's
trust
why I hate that nigga, bro. All them fucking threes he's missing there. I'm like, bitch, your legacy was depending off that Spurs game against the Heat where he did all them threes.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you ain't did shit. I hate Danny Green.
Yeah, he went 7 of 9 from 3, had 21 points. He only shot threes that whole game.
That's what he's
Sometimes I can't
supposed to do.
believe how he just missed so many wide open threes, Danny Green. Sometimes,
Yeah.
Bruh.
Like, he be airballing, bro. I'm like,
bro. Yeah,
your jumper's so
Sucks,
mechanically
bro.
perfect.
I'm like-
How do you airball?
Yeah.
His
and
jumper
then-
is not
and then
mechanically
he-
perfect.
It's nice.
and then
He
he'll
got a
get
nice
bashed,
jumper.
and then the next thing come back and
Y'all
drop
niggas
30.
is joking.
You're like, you can do that. Like, I just feel like he just don't really be like locked in, caring really, because he got 2 championships, 3.
2.
Two.
Oh, no, Toronto.
He
He
got
got
3.
Toronto.
And 2
he
in
got-
San Antonio.
He was on that Toronto team.
He got
I
one with the
forgot.
Lakers, one with the Raps, and one with the Spurs.
Oh, okay. So 3.
That nigga suck.
Alex, you
And
said
then-
his jumper not pure?
Bro,
What
I'd
are we
rather have
talking-
Jared Smith. You know why? Because Jared Smith missed that 3. He gonna fucking dribble, do something. That nigga Danny Green dribble awkward, don't drive. That
No, he
nigga
can't dribble
sucks.
either.
He can't. Yeah, he ain't.
You ever seen him shoot a floater? That stuff's hilarious.
That nigga is bum.
Stiff. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I just thought about it. It's crazy. Imagine if the Thunder would have traded Russ instead of James Harden, and they had Paul George and Carmelo whenever they all went there with
Talking
Kevin
about Harden,
Durant,
Melo, and
Kevin Durant, Melo, Kevin Durant, and maybe Carmelo.
dang.
Where at the Thunder?
So when
Yeah.
they traded KD,
When they traded James Harden to the Rockets,
early,
instead,
yeah.
if they would have traded Russ and they would have had James Harden at the point, PG at the 2, like they have him in the Clippers, Kevin Durant at
So
the
you
3,
think KD would have stayed?
and Melo at the 4. I think so.
That shit would not worked out.
that would
at
be
all.
insane.
I
That
don't
would be
think they
giving
would have
people
been.
That would not have worked out.
The NBA won't even allow it as
No.
far as the salary cap, and then the Thunder, who was a team who didn't want to pay
go
luxury.
Yeah,
But what we had: Oladipo, Steven Adams, Paul George, Carmelo, and Russ.
so you got Carmelo on the rookie
See, that was-
on the
That was
max.
when Presti decided to go ahead and start spending money. Basically, when it was kind of too late.
too late.
Right.
Yeah, it's trying to save the day.
But
Like, think about that. That Paul George stuff threw everybody and their mama to the left. Everybody thought he was going to L.A.
Yeah.
for sure,
Everybody.
Yeah.
And he said Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm like,
He did go to LA technically. It just took a year or
knew-
two.
yeah.
He did go to
He
LA.
didn't go to LA because he knew LeBron was going.
that's what I heard.
Yeah, that was my.
So
thing.
you really
go
feel
to
like
the
people would be
Lakers.
ducking Bron?
I don't
Like
think
they
they be ducking him as far as not wanting it, but PG was still really young at the time. I like 25, maybe 20. He was still pretty young. I feel like he still felt like he had time to be the man.
Oh, he didn't want to play with Bron.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like because it's
Yeah.
coming from Indiana where you the man, and then him thinking, okay, I'm gonna go to OKC where I'm,
Supposed to be the man.
yeah, you know what I mean. Of
But his brother was on some other stuff.
yeah,
And then you had Carmelo came. Then you, like I said, you were paying Victor Oladipo. You had Steven Adams. Like that was just a crazy lineup. No matter how you want to put it, I don't know who came and who left before then, but I'm just saying that
No, yeah.
3 year stretch,
Yeah.
they would have had a nice little combo.
Sabonis was
Sabonis, they drafted.
He was
Sabonis.
young, yeah.
they traded they traded for Sabonis or drafted.
No, they
Drafted
drafted
Sabonis.
him.
They drafted Sabonis and then they traded him for
They traded him to
Paul
Indiana.
George.
Yeah,
Right. Gotcha.
yeah.
I'm still stuck on Cameron Payne used to play here.
Yo, and you
Get that
look,
shit all the time.
The difference between CP3 and Russell Westbrook, right there, perfect example.
I always thought Cameron Payne looking.
Cameron
I'm
Payne,
just saying,
I
forget
think he
played.
went overseas after he left Oklahoma City, or he went to Chicago, and then he went
was
overseas.
basically out of the
Then that
And
nigga
then
came with
CP3
something.
said, "Bring him back," and now look at him.
They were saying his style of play is even different. They said you can notice when he do like screens and picks and shit that he play a lot like
Chris
Chris
Paul
Paul
game.
now. And I'm
He
like,
shoot
wow.
funny, yo. He just.
No, his
I hate
jumper
his
wet.
jumper.
Nigga, what's
His
up?
jumper.
I didn't say it wasn't wet. I just said it looked
It ain't
funny.
wet.
No, it
It's
looked-
trash.
Tayshaun Prince jumper
He
was ugly,
turned his
but it was
entire
not.
body to the left,
It does.
like where he's like lined up on the side of his body and shoot.
But
His
he
jumper looked
last
better
year he
than
was
yours.
making it.
Me, your
Whoa.
jumper look better than him? No way, nigga.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
My jumper.
So the next one, man. Next one, we're gonna go to the Boston Celtics and
Boo.
Milwaukee Bucks.
This shit
Told
snore
y'all.
fest too. I'll be asleep.
Told y'all.
Told us what?
I picked the Bucks.
I picked the Bucks.
What are they? What is
Who'd I
it
pick?
tied?
You
Is it
remember?
not tied? What is
No,
it?
they're up
It's-
2-1 right now.
it's 2-1.
The game's
The
going
fuck
on.
you
It's
tell us?
27.
I thought it was
25.
3-1.
No, right now
Yeah,
they're
the fuck you
playing.
talking about me? I told you like them niggas are just
Damn, I thought they was
sweeping
about to close
niggas.
them out.
They played 2 in Boston.
Niggas, I
Last
thought they
game
was
was
finna
in
close
Milwaukee,
them out.
and they're playing in
Nah,
Milwaukee
ain't
right
nobody
now.
worried about that
All
bitch.
of them-
27 to 24.
Boston had the home court. So they about to go up 3-1 in it.
Nah,
so.
bro. Fuck Giannis.
So, give me y'all's thoughts. I don't know if y'all have watched it because I know y'all don't like the Bucks, but give me y'all's ideas. Who wants to go first?
And you gotta be me.
You be watching them games.
Giannis, I love that
No, you don't.
style of play. Yes, I do.
So you watch the games?
Yeah,
Shit.
I do.
Yeah,
I know it ain't exciting, like,
No disrespect, but you must not got nothing to do because that's
bro.
they
Like
trash.
watching the Spurs play. That's how boring
Nah,
that
bro,
shit.
Giannis, you can't stop him, man. He'll have a bad game and still have a trip dub,
It's true.
Sound like Russ.
but they win.
Wow.
Touche.
They win.
He does have a ring.
They win.
They
So
play
that's
the same. I mean, if you think
Nah,
about it.
I don't think. I think the same issue with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is the same issue that other teams have tried before. Is that 1-2 combo of just taking turns scoring, and it's not like Jason Tatum don't take like the smartest shots.
Yeah.
It's always a sidestep, step back, 3,
Yeah.
crossover, some type of highlight, play.
Yeah.
And when he start to miss them, it looks bad. And they just taking turns. Him and Jaylen Brown just taking turns shooting. And shit, we've seen this story before. Look at the Blazers when they tried the CJ and Dame combo for
Ever.
how many years? Yeah.
I just think it has to be specific, like point guard, small forward, shooting guard, center. Like that's the type duos you have to have outside of Golden State.
They like both too small.
Yeah, so like you just 2 ball dominant guards that kind of play the same way for the most
They
part.
take turns.
Yeah, your spacing's messed up. It's not balanced. Like I just look at this from the last game. Al Horford was a leading scorer.
Buckets.
I should never.
Shout out the nigga out.
I ain't heard Al Horford in forever.
Second leading scorer.
How much he
Yeah,
had?
second. He had 22, and
who's the
Jaylen Brown
lead?
had 27.
I should never.
How much did Jason Tatum have?
10
10 what?
points.
nigga.
4 for 19 from the
Fake
field.
ass Kobe Bryant.
41
I can't stand
minutes.
Bruh.
But and Tacumbo went 1 for 6 from 3, so might as well quit shooting those and score 42 points.
Jaylen Brown went 1 for 5, and Jason Tatum went 0 for 6.
Yeah, everybody got to quit shooting threes. That's what I was saying last time to Hank, bro. Like the 3-point
But
shot
if
isn't
you think
good.
about it, Giannis is smart. 1 for 6 is good today's for a shooter that's not a good shooter.
What's that percentage?
it. What the fuck? you-
Ass.
It's good for him.
Why?
Ain't no
Because
way in hell
he
that's
stopped
good for
shooting.
him.
He's got 6. That's 2 a quarter.
I bet you Tatum took at least 10 threes. I bet you.
6. He took 6 too.
There's a lot of players who take at least 10 threes a game.
Yeah,
About 16% from the field.
16.
Hey man, Giannis big ass shouldn't be shooting them. damn
Now
threes.
he has got better at them.
He has to shoot.
So he makes 1 out of 6. He used to be 0 for 10.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but why would you have to shoot those if they can't stop you driving to the hole?
Because sometimes
To
you
get
get
the
tired, bro. Sometimes you get tired.
Nigga,
To show because if he hits those, now you got to guard
Yes,
him farther
the
out,
defense-
and then you got to guard
look,
him.
from when I've watched Giannis play,
You let him
even
shoot
if he
it.
hits a couple threes, I ain't seen niggas be like on that nigga. They let the nigga do it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like,
but at
is
that
he really gonna consistently knock them down like a Steph or something? Like where you
No.
have to, oh shit, It's
But
like,
one
let the nigga
game he's
shoot.
gonna
better
get
hope not.
it.
Man, I ain't seen that nigga going fire from 3. But like I
Ever.
said, ever. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't know what y'all niggas
Fire.
talking about.
I'm saying
I
even
understand
if
what
he
y'all
goes
saying,
50,
but
even if he goes 3 of 6, you know what I'm saying? It makes the defense at least think I got to get out there. A little
No, if you shooting 50%, yeah, you got to guard that.
yeah,
In
but ain't no
in
way
a
he shoot.
basketball game, like in a full game, like history will repeat itself in that game. So if Giannis takes 0 threes, at one point in a clutch situation, they're gonna leave him wide open. And if he hadn't even attempted a 3, you know what I mean, then he's not gonna be feel
Psychologically
confident
ready
to, you know.
for it.
Yeah, he's not going to think
But
to
if he
shoot it.
took 4 or 5 shots and he missed them, but he felt confident shooting them, that 5th one, that 6th one might, you know, you feel like it's going to go in.
Right.
So that's why you know, keeping the defense honest is, you know, you got to pull that shot because they're going to guard you differently if you don't. If you just, like, who's somebody who don't even look to shoot?
Ben Simmons.
Like Ben Simmons, or Russell Westbrook sometimes.
No, he looked to shoot.
Or yeah,
he should.
unfortunately.
yeah.
like Andre Roberson, you talking about
Ro-
that bad? Like where nigga ain't go.
Yeah.
He
Where
really
they're not
like
even
that.
looking at the rim.
yeah.
The defense is like,
It's like Draymond kind of.
they're looking for the pass. They're like, okay, who is he going to pass it to?
Right.
You know, so he got to shoot those.
Yeah.
No, I ain't mad at it. I watched the games. Obviously, I mean the first 2. I was glad Milwaukee stole one in Boston, but you know everybody was trying to crown. I think I was even on that bandwagon of crowning that Jason Tatum might have passed KD, and I'm like, no, that's
Hold
what
on.
they've been
Just
saying.
in that series.
Yeah, in that series, they're saying that he might have like the young guys ascending and Kevin Durant's falling off.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not in
Hold on, that
individual
series,
accolades.
that's a legitimate argument. That
Right.
series.
Serious.
Right.
But you see how that talk stopped. Like,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah. I mean, after you score 10 points in the playoff game, you know, and that's what they were really basing it off of. They're like, how do you're all-star, supermax player, and you go in and you score 10 points in a playoff game against Milwaukee, who's down to Chris Middleton,
Yeah.
you know? And so Jaylen Brown goes for 27. Al Horford gives you 22 and 16 rebounds. It's like, I mean, and you lose by 2.
Right.
And you're Jason Tatum, and you only scored 10 points in that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You let Giannis gave him 42 points, 8 assists, 12 rebounds.
jeez.
50% from the field, 16 for 30. Brook Lopez was 50% from the field, gave you 13 and 10. Drew Holiday gave you 25, 7 rebounds, 11 of 30 from the field, 3 of 10.
Drew Holiday scored 25 points.
Drew can get big.
Drew's a bucket.
Yeah, Drew's nice.
Occasionally.
I don't want to hear this.
Remember
Occasionally.
when they beat the it was the Hornets? The Pelicans beat the Blazers. When they had Rondo, AD, Drew Holiday,
Boogie.
and they upset the number 2, number 3
Yeah.
seed. Drew Holiday was going off.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago.
A long time ago.
That was a
That
while.
was a while. It was like 2017.
Because what? He only been on the Bucks, 2 years now? Because he got traded there last year.
yeah, I don't know.
Drew
Yeah.
Holiday?
I didn't even realize he was in the NBA till last playoffs.
They traded him for Eric Bledsoe.
Still,
Yeah, I remember that trade.
that was a great trade.
It was.
What the fuck happened to Eric Bledsoe?
He sucked. He played with Houston,
He played with the Clippers last year.
That's a
Yeah.
big
but he played with somebody else now.
Big
Yeah,
ass
they
trade.
Probably on the bench.
They traded him, I think, or cut him.
Yeah, he sucked.
That nigga was supposed to be nice.
Because he was the reason Milwaukee lost to.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
was playing horrible.
Yeah, he was playing bad, bro. To the Nets?
The Sixers.
I don't remember who it was, but he was playing like chigs.
Ass.
That's crazy. I can't stand Jason Tatum just because I feel like I'm watching Kobe Bryant. I don't really care.
I think Book might be the closest.
Like I don't want to see the copycat. Like I don't like seeing it.
Nah, see,
get
that's
what
the thing
you're saying.
about Jason Tatum. He's like double jointing his elbow. He's tall and stiff.
Like I don't
Pause,
like
but
that shit.
yeah, it's just like
Yeah, you need to pause that.
Yeah, I
His
do.
game is trying to like he's definitely has replicated his game to play like Kobe, but his
Which
point,
is like playing like Jordan.
his
Mind
points of
interrupt you.
attack is not the same.
No.
now D Book. Okay, that's
Right.
reasonable.
And those
He
shots
can-
he
he
be
can
hitting
get to the
I
away.
don't think
No, because
so.
he can get to the spots, things
was-
of that nature, but he's just not explosive,
Right. I
and
was-
that's not dynamic.
I would say his degree of difficulty hitting his shots,
Yeah.
going to his spot.
Yeah, Kobe was a
That's
tough
about-
shot maker.
That's about it because D Book ain't going to the lane, putting nobody in the ring.
No. He played like an older Kobe. Like,
Yeah,
like you know
he
what I'm saying?
plays like
gets his spots.
which is good for his game because it'll keep longevity for his career
For sure.
Because he's not going to have to really rely on like athleticism or speed because he can just flat out get to a spot and shoot the ball. But D Book ain't no Kobe.
Nah,
Tatum ain't no Kobe. I don't think really nobody.
Man, ain't nobody worried about that nigga. I mean,
yeah,
No.
ain't nobody
rest-
Brown.
I'm
Let's
talking
talk
about
it.
Kobe Bryant. I mean, rest in peace, but I'm not trying to watch that nigga.
RP to the GOAT, man. So,
What?
Grizzlies.
Hold on.
One of the
Don't
goats.
just slide that in there.
One of the goats.
Nigga's
He on
the
the
third-
Rushmore.
He's the third best.
He the goat.
He on the rush.
He might at fourth. I put Magic Johnson before him.
He's
No,
my
you're
goat.
sick.
He's my
Hey,
goat.
well, look, I watched this Magic Johnson documentary they put out
Hey, that shit was
Apple
fire,
Music?
wasn't it?
on Apple TV.
Plus,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, hold on. I started
don't-
thinking
I
differently.
do not
I just
care.
started
Magic Johnson.
Go watch him play.
No,
and
but
that'll tell you.
But hold on, but this one we had a conversation about. It's about on the court and outside the court, everything. They said the NBA's finna go fucking bankrupt. Like NBA wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that and coming in and just
Him and
changing
Bird.
everything.
what does that got to
Him
do
and
with
Bird.
playing the game?
No, I'm saying he involved the
talking about
game,
impact.
the impact, and plus, nigga, what they say about LeBron? They compare him to Michael and Magic. How he passed, nigga, Magic was. Bro, don't do that, bro.
So can I ask this question?
Shaq a
Magic could
bum.
not
Don't
shoot,
be,
bro.
Shaq could. All right then, shut your mouth.
Shaq
Are
was
we going
7
off?
foot.
Are we going off impact? Because if we're going off impact, Jordan got to be first.
And play though, Magic
Bron.
Johnson. But if you hear Michael Jordan talk and you hear other niggas talk, they say Magic Johnson
No,
was
for
their
sure.
nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
he was
said
the first
that.
Kareem
one.
was, but also Magic was really like the one to put that star effect out
Yeah,
there.
because
really.
he was show. He was
Yeah,
Showtime.
I mean, show nigga how many rings they won in the '80s. I didn't even know until I looked. I was like, God damn.
But my issue is you don't be giving Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Will Chamberlain no credit. Why you give him credit?
Because I think he's saying because the impact wise, as far as changing the game,
Yeah, but also, like, I don't respect
The competition
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
essentially was the same.
No, and the only reason I say it wasn't is because they don't say Kareem versus Bird. What do they say? Magic versus Bird.
Yeah.
Bird was getting a bucket. Kareem shooting that bum ass hook shot.
Oh my
That nigga
God.
Magic Johnson was throwing crazy passes.
He was?
Nigga
That's it.
developed a little jumper.
No,
a little
he
bit. He did. I'm just saying, bro.
He stole Kareem's
saying.
skyhook.
Like, and then he got AIDS, and he was still. Come on, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. CB.
Man.
You saying, look, I ain't finna say nothing fucked up, but same shit to my eyes.
You just said it.
You was fucking a bunch of hoes, so you got sick with something. I'll say all of them the same.
Winning time Lakers. Go watch that on HBO
I
Max.
watched that a little bit.
Watch that and then watch the Apple TV one.
Yes.
Apple
I'm
TV
gonna
one
tap
was
in with
tough
you.
though.
We got
like
to get Alex Apple TV.
Okay, bet.
what?
He has it.
That's what I'm
watched
saying.
it.
We got to get it so we can watch it.
Oh, get
No,
mine?
I have.
Oh, no, y'all can
Oh,
fuck
okay.
off.
Yeah, I can give you mine. Dang.
It's $4.99, nigga. You can afford it.
He said $4.99. So then, last but not least, we have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Golden State Warriors.
This is the
Obviously,
most entertaining series. My fault.
Oh my
is it
God.
really? Or are you being smart?
No, dead serious.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I
were
ain't
joking.
seen shit else entertaining. I mean,
Nah.
what do y'all think?
Entertaining for not basketball. You know,
Nah,
What are you talking about, Meech? What do you mean?
I'm just talking about because of the fouling.
No, the
No,
basketball
the
players-
games.
What you
No,
mean?
not because all two teams are playing hard and they're playing
Yes.
well. I'm just talking about niggas are taking each other out.
No,
Hold
they're
on,
fucking each
bro.
other
Hold
up.
on,
They
bro.
fucking
Taking each
90s.
other out. That's why it's
Ain't
most
that where
entertaining.
everybody liked Jordan back in the day?
That's true.
No, but it's not, you talking about the Warriors, which play any team, they look, it's fun to watch. And you talking about the Grizzlies with John Morant, any team they play is fun to watch. You talking about two exciting teams.
What's the
playing each
what's
I'm
the
gonna put a
series
pin
right
in
now?
that.
2-2.
It's 2-2.
Yeah, what you mean?
It's 2-2.
I get what you. The fouling and shit is
But John
over.
Morant just got
No,
hurt.
it's
so.
2-1. 2-1
Yeah, but
game in Golden
oh.
State right now.
The fouling is kind of overriding everything else, but I feel like the game it also is really good.
Yeah.
Like it gives me like a good gritty, like this is basketball.
I keep it a
When you
stack.
watch
Jordan Poole be going dumb.
When you watch the game today and the Warriors beat them
Beat the
by
shit out of them.
25 plus.
When was that?
It was still fun.
That
to
was
watch.
last game.
I'm saying
It's tonight.
Was that after Jugger hurt?
when they
What I
play,
remember.
No, it was
to this
there.
game.
They were already beating their ass, and then Ja got hurt.
when they
Right?
play, it's
Okay,
gonna be
okay.
3-1 after tonight. And
No, for sure.
the series is gonna be.
Jaws not playing?
Nah.
Nah, he's out.
They gonna try to blame Jordan Poole for grabbing his knee.
Nah, he didn't.
That nigga
Like,
did
bro.
grab his knee.
Yeah, but how is that? You telling me that's gonna hurt his knee? That little shake? There ain't no way, bro.
You know he little.
No.
Ja was hurt his knee earlier in the game. He ran into somebody, and Ja jumped out the gym. So ain't no telling what could have happened.
What I tell y'all niggas, D Rose.
It could have been a.
Oh, God.
what
I hate to
saying,
say
the
that. Did I not say
straw
that?
that broke the camel's back or whatever.
Yeah.
It could have been that.
Ja.
Man, look, I watched a couple doctors break this down because I really trying to figure it out. Real doctors, they were like, "There's no way somebody can grip your knee that hard." Because if you look, he didn't have a grip enough.
Yeah,
to
it was
grip
like he just he
Yeah.
kinda,
That's why.
It's just like I know y'all don't watch UFC, but Conor McGregor broke his foot. But you realize early in the match he kicked somebody.
Yeah.
So it could be just the one last thing. But I still don't.
Yeah.
And even with that Conor McGregor, he said that he knew he had a fracture before he went to the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And he
But-
made that kick and he checked it,
Yeah.
and then that fucked it up again. Then he made that final stomp and then broke that motherfucker.
So in Game 3, obviously, Dylan Brooks gets ejected for a flagrant 2
Now that
on
was some shit.
Gary Payton II. So let me get y'all's.
Oh, he tried to
viewpoint.
kill my man that hurt. I ain't even seen it.
The
Nah,
you
he-
talking about
he-
right? The layup and he
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went for the layup and he wound that bitch up and came.
You
across
ever
his
you
head.
realize Dylan Brooks kind of sick? He be getting
I don't
mad,
like that
bro.
nigga.
That like he be having
like
light
Dylan
skin
Brooks.
issues, bro.
I told Mo real shit. There's
Yeah, I
only-
didn't even say that. I was,
So you like Grayson Allen and Dylan Brooks? I'm starting to feel
He
like
said
what the fuck going on?
and Ron Artest.
Yeah,
But you talking about
you like Ron Artest too, bro?
He's a Laker legend.
Oh my, Meech is
Mr. Elbow?
He's a Laker.
No way.
Meech is wild,
Oh,
bro.
punching niggas out.
He's a Laker. I don't like dirty players.
Yes, you do. You just
I don't
named
like
You just say you like Grayson Allen, Dylan Brooks, and Metta World Peace.
Grayson
He was
Allen
beating
is a
people
dirty-
ass in
and
there.
Pat-
and
Pat-
Draymond.
And
And
Pat-
Draymond.
I don't like
Yeah,
that
Madison
for
Powell.
Draymond.
You like Draymond? You do
This
like
nigga
Draymond?
Draymond eye gouges people. I don't like
Yeah, he be kicking people in the nuts too.
Pat Bev, I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you like niggas who actually put hands on people?
Nah, Grayson Allen can actually hoop. Like
Yeah, he nice. For
I
real.
like him. I don't like it when he played dirty,
He's
tripping. But his dirty play is different from like Draymond's dirty play.
Are you trying to differentiate dirty play? It's
It
all
is.
bad.
It is because I
It's
feel like
degrees, I guess.
because I feel like you can elbow somebody and like
You got first, second, and
There's
third degree
levels.
murder.
There's
Shit.
levels.
Nigga,
yeah.
Grayson Allen was.
But
Come on,
there's
bro. He
levels
wasn't just
for
tripping,
sure.
nigga. He was
Paul
real
is
life.
pushing niggas out the air. And we were in the finals when Giannis caught that oop.
Mm-hmm.
Like
He tried to push him in
he
the
tried
back.
to put he tried to
What you expect him to do?
Grab him.
That's
He's
dangerous.
tiny.
Well, my point is it's a dangerous play. And then
Oh God,
we've
here
seen
we
Chris
go.
Paul. What was you remember we was texting and we were talking about
Oh.
who dirty?
Yeah.
And Chris
got-
Paul has literally
He got a whole YouTube video of him doing dirty shit.
punching niggas in the nuts.
You have to take advantage of whatever you can at 6 foot tall.
Allen Iverson didn't. Shit.
Yeah, I bet
He
you if
was
we look it
smoking a
up.
lot of weed, though.
Well, you know, AI wasn't playing no D. He wasn't worried about
All right,
that.
you're right. But my point is there's a different level of like Draymond Green
Yeah.
poking niggas in the eye.
Yeah.
No, the ball is nowhere near. You know what I mean? That's a different type.
But Dylan Brooks, clothesline nigga in the head. That's
I don't know if that was really
He's
dirty.
matured.
oh my god.
You the same guy that don't like charges, I'm assuming.
No, I like charges. I drew the most charges when I was in high school. I led the league in charges.
Wow.
John.
It's because you couldn't jump.
Yeah, I couldn't. I could jump back then, but
You do not look
jump
like no
higher.
nigga. You dark skinned. What you doing taking
People could
charges
jump
like
higher.
that? That's the white people.
I was
Them
trying
white
to.
boys.
I was trying to earn minutes.
That's facts.
That was the
That's
way to
what
earn
coach
minutes.
tell you to do.
Sacrifice my body.
I respect it. Pause on that. I don't know why. Sacrifice your body for what? Niggas to be banging on you?
Run through you. Pause.
Pause.
Yo.
So,
Just had to because
so what is it? Dylan Brooks get ejected for game 3. Gary Payton breaks his elbow.
Shit.
Then you
you
have
telling me you don't. All right, go ahead, bro. Oh, nigga broke his elbow,
His
bro.
reaction though, because
That's
that
true.
means like he did swipe for the ball.
Facts.
He did swing for the ball. So what if he missed his head? Is that still a dirty play?
no.
Okay,
it's,
but
it's contact.
But he got a big head.
You can't what if. He hit him in the head.
But I'm saying like sometimes when a player might try to swing and they miss, the refs will call a tech right because the intent they tried. It looks dirty, like they tried to swing or they tried to elbow somebody.
It was like last game somebody got bowed in the mouth. You just see that?
Barely.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
the
I don't know who it was, but yeah.
didn't Draymond get hit in the face?
Draymond got elbowed. He got a swollen eye.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So this whole series really dirty.
Yeah. It, like,
I only
it's,
I said it's more entertaining because of
no, the physicality.
But the style of play, I feel like it's fun.
Yeah, my thing is you got exciting players. That's a big thing. A lot of guys that can score on both ends. A lot of athletes on both ends. A lot of ISO guys on both ends. Shooters on both ends. So it's just fun in total. Like on Milwaukee, you got a guy that dunks all the time, and then nobody else to do nothing.
I mean, Giannis get to it. They say he'd be crossover, spin move.
He do.
Like I tell everybody, until somebody send me a video where he getting in his bag.
do.
do he not? He'll drive to the paint, hit you a
Talk
little
to
in and
him.
out
Yeah.
spin.
Yeah.
In and
he
out
got the euro.
spin.
He got the euro.
Come on, bro.
Did he not be hitting a little in and out dribble?
You heard what he said? You heard what he said? What'd he do? The
Come on,
Euro.
Giannis.
He said Euro too.
That's
He
it.
does have. I don't know if he has a full fledged crossover,
Duh, of course he doesn't.
but he does have a hesitation.
This is what he be doing. He grab it, build himself up, and take off real fast. Euro,
Yeah.
Like just
funny
watch. I
because
just
he
watched
really
him do.
Ain't nobody stopping it.
He'd
So.
be trying to, get.
I ain't never seen an NBA player in my life dribble backwards just to get some speed and dribble right up and go crazy every time he catches the high post.
Russell Westbrook.
That's the definition of dominance.
No, it's not.
Because
You can't stop it?
Because Shaq did the
LeBron
same
didn't do
move
it.
every
Michael
time.
Jordan didn't do it.
Shaq was dominant.
Yeah, in the post, he wasn't backing up to go dunk on you.
Giannis is dominant in the post. All these shots
From-
are in
from
the
the
post.
top of the
Hey,
key.
If Shaq could dribble, and
He
had
could.
the
He
speed,
could dribble better than Giannis.
if he
That's an argument to be made because Shaq low-key could dribble
maybe
probably better than
Orlando,
Orlando
Shaq,
Shaq.
you know, Shaq could get down a
but
little
if
bit.
Shaq could do what Giannis do, catch the rebound consistently and go and gather his speed and go to the. Come on now,
He had your brother on his
league
team.
would
They
have
wouldn't
been
allow him.
League would have been around.
They had the ball hog on his team. They wasn't gonna allow him to do that.
Kobe wasn't passing shit.
Not a thing.
Hey,
So
Never had a double his whole career.
what is it? Game 4. We're gonna do this game tonight. We'll have no John Morant, and obviously, I mean, in my opinion, it's gonna be at least a 20-point game.
Nah, I think the
Don't
Memphis-
forget, Memphis is actually okay without Ja.
Yeah, but what was the last game?
That was in the playoffs.
Ja had 47, and they lost still.
Yeah.
And I think only 1 or 2 other people had double-digit scoring.
Is it at it's at Golden State, right?
Yeah.
Ja had 34.
They finna break Stephanie. Watch.
And the game before
Yo.
that,
Nigga,
you know what?
all these niggas getting hit.
Got to get
punching.
it back in blood.
But for real though, like, what is it?
Oh,
game-
they ain't got Dylan Brooks either?
No, Dylan Brooks will be back.
Oh.
He was out. He was ejected for game.
So I didn't
shit,
realize
he's
the
back.
ejections was. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So John Morant in game, I'm gonna say, yeah, it's 2. Game 2, he had 47 points. Jaren Jackson had 12. Brandon Clark had 12, and Zaire Williams had 14.
So that nigga essentially played by himself.
Yeah,
Yo, Ja Morant be frying Golden State.
Yeah,
Frying
bad.
them. Bad. It doesn't matter who's guarding them. Clay, Draymond, Jordan Poole. It did not matter. He was frying anybody.
yeah, because you gotta have a 7-foot dude at least, just for whenever he explodes, to hope somebody can block that floater. Because once he gets in the paint, no one's jumping with him.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that second game, but they had a great game plan for that late game possession. And when he went left and Clay switched it, great defensive possession on that end. But he just missed a left
They
hand.
should
layup.
have kept Iguodala. Iguodala's sitting on that.
Nah, he's old.
He's
bro.
in Golden State now.
I don't hear none of that shit. Iguodala's sitting on that.
He ain't Golden State. Couldn't do
I thought he
nothing.
was the Heat.
No, he back.
What the fuck did he go back to the Golden State?
This year.
This year.
Oh my God, and they ain't playing him.
No.
That nigga be
Played,
sitting
a
on
little
Ja.
bit in, I think, game 1 or game 2.
I ain't even trying to disrespect Ja, but Iguodala's sitting on that.
And they got Steven Adams coming off the bench playing 6 minutes.
Yo,
Smart.
$100
Yeah.
million
$100
a
million
year.
contract.
Let's say, should he be playing
I mean, a
anymore?
contract.
I was gonna say,
Right.
damn.
I mean,
that
look,
nigga,
he won't
man.
be there next year. I think this might be the last year of his deal.
He going back overseas?
That or he going somewhere that need a big man. He might fuck around and go to Golden
Nigga,
State
he's
and come
better
off the
than
bench.
DeAndre Jordan.
That's a fact.
That is true.
Oh, yeah.
Any team with like a Jokic or Embiid or Karl Towns, they could use a backup center
Yeah.
like Adams. Who
The only issue with
Actually-
Adams is he can't guard none of them.
No,
And he pretty slow too.
now when you
Yeah.
go small, yeah, you can't put him on the floor. But
But I mean, he can't guard Yoke, AD, Joel, any big you named just
Giannis.
now.
but y'all talk about the money. That
Brook
the
Lopez.
only reason he got that money because that was the year the
Bad contract.
salary cap. Otto Porter got 100 M's.
Yeah.
Just
Russ-
saying,
Russ got him paid.
DeMarcus Cousins is better than him right now.
Yeah, Boogie better than a lot of cats. They just ain't giving him no love.
Be honest, bro.
DeAndre Jordan?
No,
No,
DeMarcus
Boogie.
Cousins.
No, I'm talking about better than DeAndre.
No, he
Yeah.
better than DeAndre. He better than Steven Adams. Shit, he better than Rudy Gobert to me.
Man, no, hold on. Let's talk about that real quick.
Pathetic.
Let's talk about that real quick. He gonna disrespect Shaq talking about he would lock
His
him up.
ass up.
Now I ain't gonna lie.
Come on.
Whoa.
Okay.
Rudy Gobert,
Let me hear
defense
this.
player of the year type shit.
In this league.
Yeah, I was
And I
finna
don't even
say.
fuck with Rudy Gobert, but that's a big nigga.
Let me tell you something. Yao Ming would have fried
Yes.
100%.
Gobert.
I really
Fried
like
him.
Yao Ming was really like that.
If Yao Ming didn't get hurt, he was really like that. What are you talking about? There's only another person that was killing him, and that was Shaq.
Nigga, Carlos Boozer would have killed Rudy Gobert.
All right, we can wrap
He
that.
said-
up.
Hold on, you must not know. Boozer was
we done?
nice.
Utah Boozer.
I don't give a damn what boozer. Y'all niggas, that nigga, that little.
That boy jumper was
telling you,
water.
Joking, Noah, all of them.
I'll take
All right,
Joe
think about
over
this.
call it
'cause
boozer.
you said defensive player of the year, right?
Yeah.
2-time.
Rudy Gobert.
Three
Think
times.
of the history of the defensive player of the year awards, right? And think of the players, right? Ron Artest, Ben Wallace,
Tony Allen.
Tony Allen, shit like that, right?
Marcus Smart.
Does Rudy Gobert even
No.
sit at the table with any of those?
So you saying historically it's been better? The players are better defensively.
No, he's saying now
the
it sucks.
awards.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Jokic has 2 MVPs and Kobe has 1. Shaq has 1. I'm saying the awards.
Steve Nash has 2.
It's popular. Yeah, Dirk has 1.
Well, what do we? I'm lost.
My
Saying
point
the
is the
awards.
awards
No, I'm
ain't
saying
the
the
awards don't
awards
mean
like-
No,
shit.
he's saying like defense player of the year though. They're talking about on Twitter today that the award is no longer holds its weight because they kind of. I mean, not that saying that it's not deserving, but think about who's winning it.
It's
Like,
never hold this weight. Then if
No.
no, I'm saying they used to
how if he just says Steve,
because you naming guys Ron Artest,
no, I'm
champion.
talking about he's talking about Steve
Oh,
Nash
the
won it over Kobe
MVP
and
award.
shit.
I don't think that's ever.
yeah, has to hold its weight either.
There's no
Oh,
reason
okay.
why Shaq should.
You're
have
not
one.
saying all the awards, but you're saying
Yeah.
specifically
Yeah.
the defensive
I'm
player.
saying it. I'm saying the consistency. It always has been a fluke somewhere.
Because Jordan should have been MVP like 7-8 times.
Yeah.
LeBron should have been it for damn near his whole career.
Yes.
Kobe should have had it 8 times. In my opinion, Kobe and Shaq should have split it their whole times.
Russ should have never got it. KD got his.
Nigga said,
Oh, that's fair. No, that's fair. I mean,
KD should have been had his.
that's a first round team, right?
Yeah,
First
'cause
round
my thing is, you telling me Russ was better than KD, LeBron, and Steph in that season.
and Harden.
that
was-
is-
And Harden. There's no
It was
way,
a triple
bro.
double award.
And that's fair. Give
That
that,
was
to
it.
him then. Make one.
Yeah.
Triple double award. Give it to him. But don't make
The
him most
Oscar
valuable player of the
Robertson
year.
award.
You're most valuable to lose in the first round. That's crazy.
I don't like the fact that they say that the playoffs don't count for the MVP award,
They do.
but they wait until the playoffs to.
And
Announce it.
but they did that this year because Jokic was out in the first round,
Yeah.
But
and
it's
then Joel Embiid.
But it's fucked up, like, because there ain't no reason why they can't just put a submission date on all the awards.
That's true.
And at the end of the season,
Yeah.
last game of the season, and submit them before the playoffs start.
100%.
I think
They're
they'll
waiting.
change it.
They're lying. They're bullshitting. They're lying. They're waiting until like to see what teams are doing what before they give that award out.
Question: does anybody know the last time somebody won the MVP in the season and also won the championship in the NBA?
LeBron, I would think, right now.
Nah, he only won one.
No, it had to have been LeBron in
LeBron's 3 times MVP. 3 times.
2013, maybe.
I was thinking.
I don't, because I was thinking that and I was like, I don't remember the last time somebody that won MVP went into the finals. And,
Steph Curry.
and won. Was it? What, did he win that year? He won
He won
unanimous.
unanimous MVP, and he one of the
No,
years
that was the year LeBron beat him, I think.
Yeah, I think that was 31 year.
But Steph Curry won back to back, so it could have been the year before.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, man. What's up?
No,
And then no, Giannis. Did Giannis win MVP last year? Jokic.
No, Jokic. Yeah, Jokic won the last 2 years. So
That's bull.
yeah, man.
So who y'all think gonna win the championship then? At
I
this
got
point?
Milwaukee still.
I told you I got Milwaukee.
Man,
It's gonna be a
fuck
repeat.
And what?
Milwaukee.
The East or this?
In the championship.
Championship. Who's gonna win the championship now?
NBA
'Cause
finals.
I feel like this is different now. We all
Right.
obviously I had the Nets and all these people.
I'm still around with Golden State.
Yeah, I think I'll say the same. But then again, I ain't gonna lie. If they do play Giannis, I don't know who the fuck gonna guard Giannis.
I tell you like
There's not
this.
a single
Draymond
nigga.
about to
I'm
be-
dead serious.
There's not a single nigga that can guard
There's
him.
Draymond. I don't like watching him. But if there's one man that could somehow make some shake, it's gonna be him.
This nigga gonna be poking eyes.
Yeah.
All
Draymond ain't gonna do a
No,
goddamn
I'm just saying
thing.
he's
He
the
gonna
only
try.
one.
I understand,
yeah.
but I'm
So,
just saying, bro. There's
Yeah,
no
he's
way.
the only one ballsy enough to think I can lock him up and try his absolute hardest.
Middleton has to take his time to come back. healthy.
Yeah, for the finals.
So y'all done with 76ers? Y'all think they ain't doing shit?
I think the Sixers beat the. I think the conference
Heat.
finals.
No, he's just saying they're not beating Milwaukee.
Yeah, to get to the finals. That's what
I don't
I'm
think they're
saying.
gonna beat the Heat, but that's just me.
No, I'm
think they'll
saying
beat
like
the
I'm saying we got the Bucks coming out the East,
Yeah,
so that
we
means we're not 76ers ain't gonna make it out there.
Yeah, I don't think I
not
pick
out.
Sixers.
I don't trust James
And the
Harden.
Heat, y'all ain't think the Heat at all.
No,
The only reason he was winning them games because Joel Embiid wasn't
Yeah,
playing.
facts. And they were playing dirty too. They were trying to
that's what the Heat do.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, they was just aggressive.
So I ain't gonna lie, I like the way Luka playing right now, even though he playing against Suns.
Yeah.
I'm like this nigga for now, take these niggas to the top.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like,
I
if,
ain't
he
gonna
play,
lie.
if he playing like that, and Brunson and Dorian Finney-Smith and Kleber playing confident like that, they can make a run.
You think they could beat the Bucks though?
Hell no. Dwight
No.
Powell and Maxi Kleber getting that.
Yeah,
fire.
they'll have to put.
I bet Antetokounmpo will guard Luca.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck around.
that's
And
what
Luka
see
gonna
that-
fucking feed
That's
him.
the thing, though.
crazy.
Luca's going to have to shoot contested shots the whole game.
Yeah, Giannis
His step
is a
back,
really good-
Yeah, like Giannis too long. Pause to.
I don't know. Just I'm really
Because
sold
if
on
you
Luka
watch,
now. I'm just sold on him.
sometimes
to where-
Biyombo be locking Luca up on possessions.
when they switch. Or,
Yeah, but
you
that's
see,
D-Book.
JaVale McGee switched and folks still.
Yeah, he
Okay,
stole
but
like 3
We're
possessions.
talking
in a row.
about one of a kind man
Oh
right
my
there.
God,
JaVale
here you
McGee, that
go.
guy.
Oh.
Nah,
We're not
JaVale is
going.
dope, but
That nigga JaVale, that guy. bro.
if JaVale can do that,
Giannis can do that
JaVale does have the best redemption story in the NBA.
in history.
Best redemption.
That
story.
nigga's the GOAT. I don't know what the fuck.
Nah, but he was on Shaq and the Four, like Wizards. JaVale.
I remember
McGee
that
with
shit.
The, with
And
the
then
rat
when the-
tail.
Try to tell
Nuggets
y'all
JaVale.
niggas.
Yeah.
Tony was clowning. I was on JaVale
What
McGee.
I clown him
Y'all
about?
niggas just talk shit, bro.
Yeah, whatever. I just
try to
said
tell niggas
he a
Kyle Kuzma.
goofball, bro. It's just always what he's always been.
going
Lakers-
to Golden State would pretty much saved his career.
Lakers won a championship. He was on that team last year. Or this past year.
They needed
No,
it.
no, Lakers were hurt.
No, he's saying if Joel McGee was on it this year.
I don't give a fuck. LeBron was out.
I agree.
JaVale would have.
No,
We had DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan started like a
Yeah, bro. If you had AD and JaVale only, fuck.
you
they
don't
winning
have
that
AD.
shit.
That's the problem.
I'm just saying if
Yeah,
they
you're
did.
right.
Yeah.
I'm saying either nigga could have been out, but if they'd had all three, Russ
would've-
wouldn't have been a factor.
That option would have been better than DeAndre Jordan.
By
Yeah.
that's
I know
a
it
real
sounds like I'm
news.
shitting on DeAndre Jordan, but
Oh no, I'm shitting
is
nigga
unplayable.
diarrhea on that nigga.
And that's the thing. If you
Fuck
want to
Andre
play with the
Jordan.
old team like that, I think JaVale McGee being that paint presence to block shots. I mean, he hasn't been a starter in a long time, but I think he would have really
smart.
flourished in that. Yeah.
He plays 15 minutes and
His efficiency's great.
He
Yeah.
does what he does in those minutes.
And that's the thing about him. He don't really get in foul trouble. He blocks shots. He alters shots.
Catch oops.
He can shoot okay.
He's a smart player too.
Yeah, like
He would have locked down Shaq for sure.
come on. I've never met a human that could do that.
Shaq would have broke something on offense.
Yeah,
Man, y'all
Question.
niggas disrespectful.
Alex, you need to run those back because the way he used to do people, bro, was so
And
bad.
he was cheating on his wife. Same
I showed Tori that. I showed Tori Shaq highlights because she was like, "I love Shaq."
Shout out to the
I was
president.
like, "Do you know that he?" I was like, "You know, he done broke rims on niggas," and she was like, "What?" She was
Glasses,
like,
goals.
Yeah, she was like, "Really?" And I showed her, and I just showed her 5 dudes guarding him, jumping on him, and he's still punching on them. She was like, "That's
Who
a
you
foul."
say like Shaq?
Tori. She was
Like-
like, "That's a foul, isn't it?" She was like, "I said, yeah." I said, "But they couldn't." I said, "You got to send 5 dudes at Shaq. It don't matter."
You ain't had to do that for Rudy
He
Gobert.
wouldn't
You
break
just
no
push
rims.
him out the
He
way.
wouldn't break no rims.
So, question.
What?
Supposedly, there's a report that Rudy Gobert says that someone says that Rudy says that there's a team that if they don't decide to trade Donovan Mitchell, that would love his services. In my opinion, you know how Dallas loves a good foreign nigga. I think he goes down there and plays the 5 with Luka as a rim protector.
They win a championship.
Yes. I say that would probably make more sense on the court than anybody for Rudy Gobert because it's kind of like you remember Clint Capella was like really good with James Harden.
Pick and
James
roll.
Harden
lob.
was dominant. He could pick and roll and catch lobs. He didn't have to do anything else, and he earned a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Rudy Gobert could do for Luka, and he can actually defend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Powell is good, but Powell is too small when he play against Embiid
Yeah.
or Jokic or something like that. Rudy Gobert can stay on the floor. You know,
At least he has the link to guard him. Like
Yeah.
he might
My
not have
thing
the
is-
physical ability, but
When we watch the game now, I'm like, the pick and roll, throw it to the bigs isn't what it used to be. So like Luka's situation right now is most fitting for the European game that he plays. So that's why I'm like, you put Rudy Gobert in there, he's clogging up the rim,
Yeah.
he's taking up some space where
Yeah.
Luka can get to his spots. So I'm like, think about Porzingis when he was there. That even helped him because Porzingis could step out and then he could shoot, so on and so forth. So that's the only thing I would say for that because Luka thrives in the European way. He thrives.
so you think it's more like Luka's like LeBron, like he needs shooters around.
Yeah, you just give him shooters. I mean, because no one can stay in front of him.
You're right.
He's too big for a lot of guards, and he's a great passer when he needs to be.
Kristaps should have been that, man.
Yeah, but he just was hurt. You know, if you take his injuries out, they probably could have shook some.
Yeah, they
for
could've made
real.
some noise.
Because Porzingis was nice there for a minute,
Yeah.
and then it's just the injury. So
at the five.
that's why I'm like Rudy Gobert limits himself because he only can dunk and shoot, hook shots.
I think the next evolution of his game, unless he don't want to end up like DeAndre Jordan or some shit.
mid range,
Yeah,
Yeah,
mid range or float something.
yeah.
yeah,
Even
you got to be
JaVale
able to.
McGee-
You got to
even
be able to
JaVale
move that
takes
big
shot.
somewhere.
Yeah, you got to learn. And he has a decent mechanics in his free throws.
Yeah.
Like he should be starting to expand his game, taking one a game.
Yeah.
Just to see.
And that's what's crazy to me because now I think about it because you think about how big Brooke Lopez is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he can stretch the floor.
I remember
to
the
a
year
three.
that he started shooting threes, like a long time ago when he was in Brooklyn, and he started working on his game and stepping out. And because he's always been a decent, he has good mechanics and everything. And right whenever the NBA kind of started to change where bigs were shooting threes, that's when Brooke Lopez started shooting. He was already working on the ball. So when he was playing with the Lakers one year, he was actually shooting those a lot. And I was like, man, Brooke Lopez can actually shoot really well.
Right.
And then obviously he went elsewhere and, he had a better coach and they started allowing him to shoot.
Right.
And now everybody knows Brooke Lopez, like,
Could stretch.
he's a threat. You can't leave him open out there.
And then you have, because I definitely didn't see Bobby Portis. Like, I don't think he's like the most amazing thing in the world, but I think from going from Chicago and then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And his evolution of his game, like he
They
fits.
let him go, right?
Yeah.
They let him go.
Yeah, because he fits that mold. He stretches the floor as a 4 or 5 if you need him to. And he's like a taller PJ Tucker. He guards whatever
I guess
position you
that's
need him
what
to.
goes back to what you were saying, like, because Giannis needs shooters all around. LeBron needs shooters all around. Luka needs shooters all around. It would be great if he had a big, like, Brook Lopez, who can defend and shoot threes. So if Gobert could hit, one a game,
Right.
that could be a big difference. And
That's the thing, like, because they're gonna switch anyway, and a lot of times bigs ain't rolling to the bucket and they feeding them.
Right.
And so it's just like, what would be his point with Luka? So you get the
You're
switch, now what?
you got a good
You
point.
see what I'm saying? So that's where I see it with Luka, because I'm like, Luka would need like a Brook Lopez or Sabonis or somebody that can just shoot it a little bit, because he's gonna pick and pop. And if you watch Luka's games, when it's picking and popping, them cats be wide open because they double team him. So he just swing it. Well, if you swing it to Gobert, what are you gonna do at the top of the key?
Right.
You was disrespecting Luka too. I ain't forget.
So, question: is that why?
You did, nigga.
What'd I say?
DJ, remember when I said Luka was like, I was saying nigga gonna be the best player in the league? What'd you say?
Oh well, I'm not.
Best
Ever,
European player. I was like, nigga.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
He cold, nigga, all
didn't-
around.
That's Giannis, right?
They'll give him the MVP next year. Watch.
Yeah, I think so.
Mark.
But you put emphasis on European player. I ain't forget, nigga. And I was like,
I
what
will.
you talking about?
I do that to Dirk. I do that to Jokic. I do that to him.
Enjoy.
3 Europeans. And Joel.
So you won't give him just all around best in the league?
No, because he's not the best in the league.
No, I ain't looking at his now right now, but I think
No.
probably next
Potential.
year.
You also say Giddey was going to be best rookie in history, and he sucks.
I said Giddey gonna be the next Luka one day.
I
Okay.
fucked up Giddy then. I don't even like the Thunder, but he didn't get any rookie of the year.
Thank you,
Why
Meech.
would he?
None.
Meech, come on, talk to us.
His team won 12 games, and he didn't play the last 25.
How many did Jalen Green? Jalen Green got votes,
Well, he was hurt at the beginning, but he played towards the rest of the year.
but I'm saying
Yes.
maybe he missed the first 25. I'm saying he won Player of the Week. How many weeks?
Like
4 times.
Yeah.
You know
but
what's
it was
funny
a
about
minute.
that? All the rookies was hurt during that time, and some of them had vid. Legitimately, like
no, if you
6
look
of
at
them.
the statistics though, it's not like he was at the bottom. The nigga's still at the top of the rest of the rookies.
No, I didn't.
Alex, honestly, do you have Giddey as your top 3 rookies this season?
Yeah, I did. It won't buy a nigga top one.
No, I'm saying like at the
five.
end of the season, you said top 5.
Yeah, I think he's 5 in the listings,
I like-
but I wouldn't.
But who was the fucking rookies? Because remember Tony was like, "Well, all the rookies fucking suck anyway."
Evan
There
Mobley.
was a bad rookie
Yeah,
class.
it
No, I
was-
know,
it
but
was
I'm
kinda
saying
bad.
though,
It was
so it's
Jalen
like
Suggs.
it's hard to ask me that because I'm like, I know it's K Cunningham.
Kay
Yeah.
Cunningham,
Which he
Evan
flourished
Mobley,
towards the
What's that
end.
one nigga name y'all keep
He said Mobley, and then the dude from the
Jalen
Rockets.
Suggs,
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
Yeah.
And there's one more.
Because Jalen Green running, right?
I can't remember his name though.
Yeah, he won it.
No, I think it was Evan
It
Mobley.
was Mobley who.
Mobley played for the Knicks.
No, he played for
Cavs.
the Cavs, the Cavaliers.
Fuck,
at
my
4.
fault. What's the hell? I'm thinking of. Never mind. My
I
fault.
think Evan Mobley won. Oh no, it was Scotty Barnes.
That's right. That's
Scotty
right. That's
Barnes.
right.
Scotty Barnes won it.
So it was a
The one for
decent-
Toronto.
So those
the
4
top-
guys, that's
the top
better than Giddey.
5, 6 were really good, but we don't know any of the names of anybody.
So
Yeah.
did Giddey have a better season than Jalen Suggs
I'm gonna have to look that
in
up.
Orlando?
Maybe individually.
Because I didn't hear much about
Because
Jalen
both
Suggs.
teams, I'm sure, probably won 12 games.
For him not
Right.
to have any votes though is insane.
Who?
So
But out of those 4 people, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Kay Cunningham.
And Scotty Barnes.
Yeah,
those are definitely the top. But I am saying Giddey should have won at all.
But yeah, at least one.
One vote.
Yes, that's my point.
Like, who are the people who voted him rookie of the week or player of the week? You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Where were
can't
y'all's
even-
votes at?
I agree
Yeah.
with you. When I seen it, I was like, not even.
Oh, they had Franz Wagner in front of him.
Yeah. So, question. Also, I don't know if y'all watched the Winning Time Lakers because it's funny that we're talking about this rookie of the year shit.
I'm behind a couple episodes.
I'm behind.
Like, me too.
Never mind.
Go ahead.
I ain't
Go
gonna-
I mean, shit that happened in real life. And then like,
Right.
Yeah.
So
you spoiling
in
shit.
the episode in the final the
said
season
allegedly.
finale, they're going against Dr. J and them.
You gonna give a
running.
season finale? You gonna give?
That's what it was, but this is when it happened. So, Matt, this is when everybody knows Kareem got hurt. Magic played the center.
Yes.
So I guess he's like, I'm tired. He's like talking to Norm Nixon. He's like, I'm fucking tired, blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, keep going, blah, blah, blah. So Patrick Riley standing at the bench because earlier they said, he was like, here, Pat. He was like, this is the rookie votes because Larry Bird won the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
And he grabbed it. He threw it in the trash. So Magic's tired on the bench, sweating and shit. And he just looks fucking gassed. So Pat Riley goes over there and he's like 63-3. And Magic's like, what? He said the rookie vote. It was 63-3, Larry Bird. And then he got up off that bench mad as shit and started going crazy. Like, it never told you what the actual votes was, like, on that piece of paper.
Yeah.
This was just Pat Riley going over there and saying some shit. So I was wondering, like, that's crazy to think, like, I mean, obviously, we don't know. It never tells us. But to, hear about the rookie votes, some people didn't get any. And for Magic and Bird being who they were at the time, for one person to get
If
3
that's
versus
real
63.
statistical voting, where he only got 3 rookie votes, then it just, it proves the point.
Yeah.
So are you trying to imply that Giddey gonna be the next Magic Johnson?
Nobody.
Right,
I like
right.
that.
I mean,
Come on.
I get where you
Nah,
going.
because he didn't get no votes. So
Yeah.
right.
Nah,
He
it's more
gonna be even
motivation.
better.
Nigga, what y'all talking? We gonna be even better.
Right. Oh man, so that's really all I have.
Hold on, bro. We got to figure out why or if how you feel about Mark Jackson getting blackballed the way he is.
Boy, because he was supposed to have that King's job.
Let me be honest with you. Mike Brown, and I don't care about was a former coach of the year, all that nonsense. He always been trash.
he's a dunce.
Always. I don't care who he was coaching behind, what assistant he was, none of that. Mark Jackson was a head coach and only got fired based on relationships in the locker room, not his coaching ability.
Right.
He took a team of a bunch of young cats and told everybody they was going to be what they are, and nobody believed him. And so now y'all just saying he not good enough to coach in the NBA, but you're continuously letting Mike Brown coach teams.
Right.
Do we know what the relationship issue was? Wasn't it some shit like he was making them niggas pray?
think-
He
before
was
the game?
talking crazy to him, I heard.
I heard something about some
I know for
prayer or something.
it was his management relationships with the upper
Oh, yeah.
management. So, and then there is a real story that because Steph Curry had them ankle injuries.
Yeah.
Meet your insider. Come on, cuz.
He took Steph Curry to church and had the church praying over Steph Curry's ankle
That's what it was.
and told Steph Curry to get up and it's like one of those.
He ain't been
things.
hurt since.
Yeah, Holy Ghost type thing.
But he did get hurt. But the point is, as a team organization, and Steph Curry's a franchise player, we can't have you we can't have you putting his ankle on the line for religious healing. Like he needs actual
Yeah.
there. And then it was like because of his religious stuff, he didn't. I think he didn't make them go to church, but he was pushing his influence.
Suggesting it.
Yeah, he was pushing his influence on the players, and these are a bunch of young
Right.
Yeah.
guys.
20-something-year-old.
Yeah, and even younger than that, some of them. So I think the reason why he hasn't been coaching is because I don't know if Mark Jackson has one, I don't think he cared to for a lot of years, and two, Mike Brown has been on a bench with Golden State, so he has
Right.
the most. It's kind of like playing. Coach, I feel like coaching is kind of like playing a little bit. He has coached recently,
Right.
Mike Brown more than Mark Jackson has.
2 things, real quick. It's funny because you brought that church thing up. I was watching 42. Love that movie, Jack and Robinson story.
Yeah.
And the manager was cheating or whatever, had adultery, and they said that the Catholic, he was like, he called the dude for the Brooklyn Dodgers and was like, look, I'm suspending your manager for a year. He was like, Catholics buy tickets and they purchase a certain amount of tickets, so I got to sit them. But it's funny that he takes them to church and now they're like, you can't be doing that as an organization. 2, I think Mike, the only reason they doing him like that is because the very next year he gets fired, Steve Kerr goes over there and they win championships.
Yeah,
And it's
I
like,
don't
this
know.
is
Was
what
it the right next year?
I think
It was
Yeah, it was a couple years down the
it
line.
was the
yeah.
next year
Oh, was it?
because
they go and win a championship.
because there was no coach before Steve Kerr, and in between Mark Jackson.
Because the issue I have is if you really look at his tenure there, when they got there, they won 25, 30 games. The next year, they won 40 to 50, something good. And then, so they were on the up and up.
Yeah.
But then they let him go based on, which I was listening to Shannon Sharp and them today. He used to tell management, nah, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it my way. I ain't doing it y'all's way. And, a lot of people like Los Angeles, people like that, the higher ups wants to make the call. Kind of like Dallas Cowboys, why we suck. But
They want
anyway.
the leash short.
Yeah, and so they want to, and he's just old fashioned, and I think that's where he's putting himself in bad spots because you got to evolve with the way things are, or unless you're like Pop, it's my way or no way.
Yeah.
That's fair, but you got to earn that right.
Right.
And so for him, they're talking about he didn't get the Sacramento job, but they want him to get the Lakers job, and they're like LeBron's going to respect him, blah blah blah. But they're worried about Jeannie Buss listening to he want to do it his way, hire who he want.
Yeah.
And can you figure that out? So that's probably, I think, a reason why he can't get back in the league for the most part because he's not going to, break his ways.
And you're never going to have another Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Yeah, group.
So that was just an anomaly that he was able to, coach them when they were drafted. So, I feel like that Sip at Shell, he helped, create what we know as the Golden State Warriors. But there ain't never going to be another Golden State Warrior. So, how good of a coach is he without Steph Curry and Klay Thompson?
And I think that's why he's being blackballed, because it's like you had both of them on your team, and then the next year a rookie coach leads them to an NBA championship.
Yeah. But the
And
thing
coach of
is,
the
like,
year.
he was on the way.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know?
like he kind of want to do it his way in the management. So that's I think it was like you said, like just more so management relationships. Like he not gonna let like the Lakers they fucking picked Frank Vogel's coaching staff.
Right.
Mark Jackson would never let that happen.
Exactly.
So he would be out of a coaching job with that team because of that.
Would you take him or Doc Rivers?
I'm taking Mark
I
Jackson.
don't like Doc Rivers.
I'm taking
I'm
Mark
taking
Jackson.
Talk
Mark
to
Jackson,
me.
bro. I'm taking Mark.
But all this shit you telling me, it do make sense. He blackballed. I ain't gonna lie though. Like all that shit. I'm
Like as far as like everything going on.
yeah, all that shit.
But the fact that he's in coach, what he needs to do is he needs to go and do an assistant job.
oh God,
Look at Mike Brown, Mike D'Antoni.
Always
All
taking
these
assistant
coaches,
jobs.
they have never won a championship, but they keep getting these head coaching jobs because they'll fail, they'll go sit on somebody's bench as assistant, and then they'll get another head coaching.
That's
Yeah,
what
like our
Monty
buddy that
Williams,
won
right?
Coach of the Year, yeah.
Monty Williams.
Yeah.
That's what.
So I feel like Mark Jackson just got to go sit on the bench next to, a
But see, I wonder, did he used to do that before he got the head job?
Right.
That's
Yeah,
the
but
issue.
that's what I think me trying to say.
Oh, he's saying he
need to-
failed.
Nigga need to take baby steps
you
backwards.
need to
and
start,
go,
over like Frank Vogel going to be on somebody's coaching staff next year. I guarantee you.
Because that's
Shit,
what
Ty
Jason
Lue-
Kidd did, didn't he? He got fired from Milwaukee.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he went over
And then
They
he was
suck.
to the Lakers, and then went to
It
Dallas.
was bad when he
Tyronn
was
Lue
there.
was assistant with Doc Rivers for a minute.
Yep.
And
He was
went to
assistant on the Cavs. And then they fired.
David Black,
Yeah, David Black.
Shout out David
and,
Black.
They hired.
Tyronn Lue.
Yeah.
They promoted him.
So I mean, like, there's a path for him to get it. You kind of almost got to prove yourself, because things happen with the current head coaches. They might fire, like the Raptors. They fired.
Yeah, Nick Nurse.
They
No, not Nick Nurse.
They fired.
Can't think of his name.
I can't either. Tall.
He won Coach of the Year.
Yeah. Now he's at
Oh, the black. Who's black?
yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is his name?
Dwayne Casey?
Dwayne Casey. That's his
Yeah.
name.
He's at Detroit now?
Yeah.
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 And they fired him.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
then they upgrade. They promoted Nick Nurse to head coach.
Yeah.
So I mean, anything can happen. Like you can sit on somebody's bench and your head and the person you was under get fired, but the organization feel like you can do a better job, they'll give you the head.
Yeah, coaching's a tough business.
So
man.
Mark Jackson is the NBA Colin Kaepernick.
No,
That's what
fuck
it's-
no.
Well,
Hold on.
well, let's talk about
As
it.
far as Kaepernick's stance on,
Yeah.
I'm still a starting quarterback,
As far as
and I
being a
should be
good-
paid this
Like,
much.
nigga, the message is totally
No,
different.
not the
nigga.
message,
I'm like,
but the
hold
treatment.
on.
Yeah,
Right.
the treatment. Yeah,
No, yeah.
But
Because Colin
Not like-
Kaepernick wanted, he just said, "I'm not paying for nothing less than a certain dollar amount," and wherever he would go, he'd have to be a backup. So how are we going to pay a backup X millions of dollars?
But now he's trying to retract his steps and say, "I'll be a backup. I'll win my spot."
Mm-hmm.
And then I think somebody came out on a podcast the other day and said that he sucked.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio
Yeah,
Brown.
said he sucked.
so we got two stubborn niggas is what we got really.
But Mark Jackson, looking at, I'm making bread. So either way,
Exactly.
I'm
Broadcasting.
and to think about it, he might be now the best NBA broadcaster.
Yeah, for a fact.
If we're talking about
He's
game
everywhere.
wise,
Yeah, he's
because
everywhere.
the Thunder one is the worst in history
For sure.
The black dude, I don't know his name.
Well, nigga, you talking about? We
The
talking
convict.
about
Talking
about
national.
national.
This nigga we talking about Thunder nigga. Anything to hate on Josh Giddey? Shit's weird how we roll back to Thunder.
Giddy's bad.
It might
but
have
yeah.
stubbornness.
I don't like Mark Jackson's commentating because he's usually matched up with fucking Van Gundy.
yeah.
I can't stand Van Gundy.
Yeah.
I love Van Gundy. But
Bro, what's wrong?
I used to, look, listen, Van Gundy. When I was younger, because how old are you?
23.
3.
Oh shit. When I was younger than you,
Damn, nigga, how old is you?
I'm 30.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Nigga about to go
So I've been
retirement
watching
soon.
the NBA for 20
And
years.
Stuart Scott.
You just started watching it. You know.
This nigga was watching Magic and them. I'm fucking up. He was there. That nigga-
But no,
that nigga was there.
Van Gundy, like his delivery is always weird, but he knows he was a head coach.
Oh, I know. I just don't fucking. I don't like the way
don't
his
like it.
commentates.
Yeah.
I don't like.
He's
to hear
funny,
it.
man. He's funny.
He funny.
Hey, he be saying some kind of slick stuff. Mark, we have to get on him sometimes. Like he said that little black thing the other day. Did you hear that?
I much rather see Shaq and them commentate.
Now, that'd
Oh
be
yeah, of course.
And I
Him
know
and
they
Charles
done it a
Barkley
couple
would be
times. I
funny
think
as
in the
fuck.
I
past.
just hate Charles be talking, bro. It be making me so mad.
No, I
Hey,
like what he
Shaq,
said the
Shaq.
other day.
Because at the end of the day, it's entertainment. So they know Jeff gonna be entertaining. They know that's why they pair them together because they a good duo as far as commentating the game.
No, I'll tell you this much. I hate hearing Doris Burkass.
Oh,
I cannot
God.
We do
stand
not
Doris
talk
Burke.
about Bay on here.
What's old girl's name? The redhead.
She's boosted.
Rachel
Rachel
Nichols?
Nichols?
Yeah, Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel.
About
She's
her.
not a
I don't like
commentator.
Rachel.
She's a
talking
analyst.
shit on
Yeah.
the girl.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
The one of the black girls
yeah.
that wanted the job during the playoffs, and she.
I mean,
was
I ain't gonna lie to you. She low key spitting facts. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a more of a corporation
Look,
issue.
I understand.
If you're
I
being
get what-
honest,
I
it's more of
get-
a corporation issue she was griping about. She's saying they're trying to fit a quota and hire the black one.
I get what she's saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
'cause
Now,
they were going through that.
Should she had said it? She didn't even say it fucked up way, in my opinion. She said it wasn't like she's like they hired that black bitch. She was just like talking like
Yeah.
he's been trying to fit the quota. They chose her when I know I wasn't mad.
Well, shoot, after she did all the smoke they gave her, they blasted her a little bit. Because she said some stuff that was controversial in a sense.
I think I agree with you. I don't think what she said was fucked up. I just think who knows? She could have been up for a new contract. Maybe they was like kind of using that as a reason. You know what I mean?
Because how did that get leaked? Y'all know what y'all.
Yeah.
Like you
They turned
never
her
know.
mic on the shit. They was like, watch this.
You never know. It could have
Exactly.
been-
Because I ain't even trying to be like that right now, but y'all know damn well if it was the other way around.
Oh.
And it was a black woman like that stupid white bitch. There was nobody to blink the eye. They'd be like, "Who give a fuck?" So
That's true. That's true.
I'm like, but yeah, I'm just joking about the sexist comments. So don't get canceled.
Did y'all watch the draft?
Give a fuck.
I did.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I was assuming you had. Let's touch on it real
Very
quick.
You know, Will was sitting there beating off to us.
Oh,
Apparently, he
my
loved football and baseball.
So,
We text
did
us
you
basketball stuff every day.
did you watch any of it?
I missed it.
Okay, so we can go really quick, so way everybody can get out of here. In your opinion, who had the best draft?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Okay. Who
I
did
just
they
feel
get
like
again?
they just had a bunch of pieces that they needed to fit.
I like Philly's draft. I like Jordan Davis. I like.
Or no, it was in Miami. It was one of them. My
I swear it was
fault.
Dallas. Dallas did great.
Dallas is awful at
The
the as an
worst.
organization.
They drafted
Nobody. A linebacker.
lineman, right?
Sucked. The
Somebody
tackle
from
from
Tulsa.
Tulsa.
From Tulsa. I
Come
seen
on,
that
bro.
shit on Twitter. I was
No
wrong.
disrespect to Tulsa, but bro, who are they playing? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's crazy to me.
Houston, the best game of the year.
But they say he's one of the best linemen in the workout. So who
They
knows?
said
Yeah,
that
why you hating
They
it?
said
Nigga,
he
what you-
led NCAA in holding penalties.
Oh God.
I swear to God, they said he led the NCAA all Division I in holding.
The
penalties.
whole thing.
Tony talking shit, but he about to be having Zeke run some hella routes.
Alex, you know what's crazy, bro?
Because he'll
I'm
be
telling
blocking,
you,
bro.
I'm telling you, this season, I ain't talking no Dallas nothing. I don't care if we won 16 games straight. I'm not vibing with it. We ain't got no receivers.
Learned your lesson.
Come on, bro. We have no receivers. Dominant receivers, big time
Right.
receivers. We obviously Zeke. We don't know what's gonna happen with him. You know, he might come, he might not, he might play, whatever.
Don't-
Dak, you know, he hip thrusting, pause, he doing all that weird stuff. Our defense is what it is, but God, we just have a horrible coach.
You know that little shit he was doing
Yeah, he
Little
be
dance or whatever.
whenever he go out there to warm up.
Yeah,
Tony
and
don't
then
do
Jerry Jones still be out there going
Yeah.
crazy. So,
And I think the New York Jets had the second best draft, man.
and your team still suck. That's crazy.
Titans, for sure.
They're bad now.
You ever talk about DeAndre Hopkins?
Oh my, he's
He
an
didn't
idiot.
know, bro. He said he didn't know.
What do you mean he don't
Of course
know?
he didn't know.
My issue is put whatever you want in your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like ask the questions. If that, you know, like how do you know you're not taking?
But it
PEDs?
did say that the next following months there was nothing. So like, how did that one
Pop
month?
They be lying. You think?
pseudo jail.
I think they be.
So he got traded?
He got traded to Arizona from Houston.
No, D Hop.
No, he's still in Houston.
But he
Or
got in
Arizona.
trouble. He got in trouble. They picked up Hollywood.
Yeah.
But suppose they picked up Hollywood because they knew he was in
gone for
trouble.
the next
6 games.
first 6 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
could
interesting.
determine a whole.
You got a Lakers necklace on?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm really about this.
No, you're not. But anyway, yeah, Titans is buns.
Titans buns.
Baltimore.
Finna be buns.
I think they ain't picked on nobody in the draft.
Not,
They
not
traded
like
fucking
that.
what's
They
his
traded
called?
Hollywood.
Oh, it's done for.
Oh yeah, that's
They had
right.
Sammy Watkins. I think went to Green Bay.
You know that I seen that they're the lead. They use their superstars the least in the whole league. That's insane.
Now, why did they trade Hollywood Brown? Like, what the fuck was
I
He
don't
wanted
know.
out. He said that they didn't use him to his full potential. Like
Yeah.
they were one of the lead rushing games, and he was like, you know, one game I go off and I have 9 catches. The next game I don't touch the ball. And I know what he was trying to say. Like, nigga, I'm trying to get paid like everybody else, but if you're not throwing me the ball, I can't get
Yeah,
paid.
but he didn't have a quarterback to throw it to him. So that's,
Right.
For
And he
me,
didn't want to
who
say
knows?
that, but he said that's my best friend. And like him and Kyler are my best friends. So I know Kyler throw the ball. So shit. I'm
so
gonna
are
throw
the
the
Titans rebuilding? I'm confused here.
ball. I don't know what they're doing.
They trade Julio
they released him.
Release Julio, traded AJ,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
They finna retire Derrick Henry. That's what they gonna do. They
No,
finna run the tracks off.
He need to
that
go
boy.
ahead and retire in Dallas.
He
Just
need
let it
that
be.
thing, please. Jerry Jones, if you hear this, trade Ezekiel Elliott for Derrick Henry
Please,
right
bro.
now.
They're
Please
gonna make it. Nigga.
save him.
Pouring that salt on the sausage
Save
biscuit.
him.
That nigga sick.
So you don't do that?
I've never in my life put no salt on no sausage biscuit, bro. And I love salt.
No,
that
that
nigga
was
is sick.
That's nasty.
Yeah,
He's sick.
he trying to die.
On a sausage McMuffin, whatever the fuck it was, that nigga sick.
Right. Rams, if you trade all your running backs, go get them. Go get them, please.
Just
Somebody save that man. But yeah, man, that's about it.
Who
I don't
y'all
really-
think gonna make it, Mike, Coach K, or Jerry Jones?
I'm going
God
Coach K.
forbid,
I'm
bro,
going
'cause I
Coach
don't
K.
like,
I'm going
I don't like
Coach
speaking
K.
on death like that, but I'm
I'm
just.
going Coach
Coach
K.
K.
Y'all think he gonna last longer?
Absolutely.
I
Jerry
think,
Jones like
I think
80,
Jerry
son.
Jones not gonna. Once they win another Super Bowl, that's when he go.
You think
So
that nigga
never?
ever?
Bro, if Roy Williams
You
is
think he
still
gonna-
That's what's
kicking,
keeping him alive.
You think that nigga staying alive to see, huh?
Yeah,
I like
that's what's
that.
keeping him alive.
He had them shoot him up. Hey, keep me alive. We got to win one.
I'm telling you.
if Roy Williams is still kicking around, I think Mike Krzyzewski got to get another 20, 30 in him.
Bro, Roy Williams
Yo,
look way
Coach
more
K,
alive
yeah,
than
Coach K
bro.
look this year.
Coach K be on the mic. Yeah, we had to. Like I'm
Coach
like,
K
damn.
looked bad this year.
I mean, is he old as like Popovich though? Popovich is like,
Pop look like he finna. Yeah, he be missing games.
I
His
think
health and
he's
shit.
I think he's 70. Or
yeah,
70
he's like,
right now.
you know, so
I promise you, I've been coaching. There's no way I could coach for 50 years. No
At
way.
all, bro.
Millions.
No way. No, I don't care how much money, bro. That's so. Think about how
what,
much
saving
stress that
six
is.
dollars.
That's why they-
so many days away.
you
Like,
see
bro.
like a coach like from like year 1 to like year 5, and they already have like their grades and stuff like that.
Black don't crack. Doc been cracking.
Yeah, Doc over with.
That's because he the go.
Also,
That nigga-
Joel Embiid didn't come back. They get swept. Just saying.
Hey, I do gotta say though.
Joel Embiid
Speaking
done-
of niggas dying, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Cause
R.I.P. Kevin
Hey, he
Samuels,
from
man.
Oklahoma City?
yeah,
RP.
He went to Millwood?
Yeah, I heard he went to Millwood.
Yo,
You didn't
that's
know that?
wild. No, I just
Yeah.
seen on Ziggy stuff today.
yeah.
Shout out to Ziggy.
RIP Kevin Samuels. RIP Jewel. Y'all know who Jewel is?
So that's why you the way you is about black people dating each other, huh? Because you be watching Kevin Samuels and shit, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah, Dr. Umar Johnson.
That's Meek's new
Dr. Umar.
name.
Dr.
Dr.
Umar.
Umar.
Yeah, we changing
is
that
the
to your
goat.
name on God.
Yeah, you Dr. Umar now.
He is the GOAT.
I'm calling you
Oh,
that
he
next
the
week.
go?
He cold.
Wow.
He funny.
Oh shit.
Ain't
Both
no
of them
way.
were really good at what they, preached.
Okay.
You say you believe what Dr. Umar be talking about?
we need to wrap this shit up because it's gonna go left.
All the way.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get our lose our
Following?
Caucasian viewers. So next another day. Another day.
All right, well, we'll wrap it up here, Dr. Umar. Go ahead, DJ. Wrap it
Oh,
up.
man. I appreciate y'all as always for tuning in. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Go to the Patreon. Show us some love. We out.